Our guest today is Desmond Koney, CEO of Complete Farmer, a poet who turns to writing to escape stress and burnout. He initially avoided farming as a career choice, dreaming of becoming a chef instead. At Complete Farmer, he honors his roots by naming their offices after crops. His office is aptly called Pineapple, given his own love for the fruit and in tribute to his father, a pineapple farmer. Complete Farmer's journey has been a testament to resilience, pivoting 7 times to find product market fit and bootstrapping for 9 months without making payroll, with early employees living and working in Desmond's apartment. Despite the challenges, they raised their seed round during the pandemic by pitching to 139 investors, with only 5 investing. Let's hear how Desmond navigated turbulence through the highs and lows of fundraising in the dynamic African market. Here he is.
Hello everyone, I'm Desmond Koney, a mechanical engineer who ventured into the world of business with no prior experience, driven by the desire to challenge the norms of agriculture in Africa. My journey has been nothing but conventional. I have spoken to over 100 investors and bootstrapped my startup in my living room. I have fought tooth and nail to keep my startup alive. Today, I'm here to share a story about Complete Farmer, a digital platform which is poised to transform African agriculture. But before we dive into the details, let me talk about the turbulent gap. It is the precarious space where grand ideas meet the harsh reality of intellectual property battles, limited capital, and scarce talent. It is the stage where clarity harvests, teams falter, and innovation hangs in the balance. Join me as we explore this turbulent gap and how it became the catalyst towards our journey in transforming African agriculture. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine standing on the precipice of possibility with the exhilarating rush of uncertainty coursing through your veins. This, my friends, is the thrill of entrepreneurship. It's the relentless pursuit for innovation, tempered by the harsh realities of the unknown. Elon Musk famously put this: it's like eating glass while staring into the abyss. This is a visceral testament that defines the triumph and trials of the startup experience. Uncertainty is when startups are truly tested. In this crucible of uncertainty, the forces of resource scarcity looms large. It can threaten to derail the most brilliant of strategies. Intellectual property and regulatory constraints, infrastructure, and talent. These are formidable constraints that demand unwavering results and boundless ingenuity and capital to overcome. From the inception of Complete Farmer to its rise as one of the pioneering startups of agri-tech startup in Africa, my journey has been one of passion, perseverance, and relentless drive. But amidst the dizzying highs and the crashing lows, one truth emerged: that it's the importance of clarity of vision and alignment of stakeholders. Clarity is when founders are close to certainty. It's when the cause and effect relationships are well known and similar insights have been performed in the past. And alignment is the degree to which members of a team, investors or customers, will have differing opinions about how to meet an objective or a business goal. Now, let's consider for a moment the challenge of infrastructure. As a startup on our quest to try and digitize African agricultural value chains, we soon realized that a perfect digital solution wasn't enough. We had to get mechanization for the farmers, build cold chain storage facilities to be able to deliver value. And talent. Talent is the bloodline of innovation. We needed to assemble a top-notch team from diverse backgrounds and be able to foster collaboration between these teams to propel us forward. But perhaps the greatest of all these hurdles was navigating the labyrinth of regulatory constraints. In an industry rife with certifications, licenses, and bureaucratic red tape, even the simplest of endeavors can become mad in complexity. And yet through this, perseverance and relentless commitment to our vision have bridged these gaps, emerging stronger and wiser and more determined than ever before. At Complete Pharma, we bridge these gaps and diligently work to gain the clarity and vision and alignment. Here I offer some insights. Understand your gaps. Regrettably, we initially neglected this very crucial part. Driven by passion and a touch of naivety, we went ahead to digitize agricultural value chain without a perfect understanding of our needs. But we endured. We ensured that every pivot that we had would generate revenue that would sustain us. Nonetheless, we had to develop a perfect or a clear roadmap on how we are going to bridge these gaps. And these gaps being intellectual property, infrastructure, talent, and how to cross these regulatory constraints to guide us to get to product market fit. Every startup must ascertain the requisite level of clarity for this and alignment for these gaps, and at each stage of the journey. So through this process, you realize an innovative blend of financing is needed, comprising debt, grants, and equity or VC capital to navigate these gaps successfully. Many entrepreneurs often fall within the trap of seeking only venture capital, failing to recognize the diverse funding requirements inherent in different business models. After all, the funding journey to build a rocket ship is going to be different from building a delivering app. Second insight is to build networks. In 2020, Complete Pharma faced a near-death experience due to a confluence of factors: the COVID pandemic and the depletion of our bootstrapping runway. Realizing the urgency of this situation, I traveled continents, engaging with hundreds of investors. Although this can be very demoralizing, there was an invaluable lesson that was learned, as it enabled us to cultivate the necessary relationships, gather feedback, and forge the partnerships that were crucial for our growth. This helped me improve more on clarity and gave me more agreement to refine my business model. The third insight is process. As a sole founder, navigating this turbulence gap can consume considerable amount of time and attention, often distracting from essential team and customer needs. However, by implementing a systematic process for fundraising, akin to a sales process, to optimize for efficiency and effectiveness, so from preparing and engaging investors and pitching to closing, each stage was meticulously automated, enabling us to enhance all the investor interactions and refine our approach over time. So for me, what I did was I developed templates for every stage of this journey. I automated everything from my pitch deck, my CRM, and my data room. I created a live FAQ sheet where I populated answers to previous investor questions for the next investor. This helped me gain and improve over time and enabled me give investors more information that they were looking for to make a decision. Storytelling is going to be very important as well. To navigate this turbulence gap, you need to have a logical, coherent hypothesis of how you are going to make abstracts become reality. And this is your story. It needs to be consistent from your pitch deck to your financial model. After speaking to many investors, you begin to see that some investors also see these gaps as well. Some investors also see these gaps as well, and it becomes obvious the amount of capital and resources you need to be able to deliver on this value. Some may question your ability, and others may need you to validate your story. And sometimes this can become a never-ending debate between investors and founders. However, telling people what you are going to do and how you will cross this turbulent gap to get to product market fit is a commitment. And so when you tell people what you are going to do it. And then tell others how you did it. I still remain a mechanical engineer with no prior finance experience, and I'm eagerly anticipating my next round of navigating turbulence. Through sharing my journey, I hope to demystify the daunting task of securing capital for your grand vision. Having raised nearly $15 million in venture capital, I've discovered that navigating turbulence is where both growth flourishes for you and your venture. It is the intersection where your vision crystallizes and the alignment you get with your stakeholders solidify. Despite the unpredictable nature of current financial markets, I'm steadfast in my belief that by daring to pursue these bold ideas, it's going to be very paramount to catalyzing impact in Africa and beyond. So together, let's contribute to an ecosystem where the right capital finds the right solution and illuminating the path towards building Africa. Thank you.